Have you heard the latest craze on TikTok? If you're familiar with Charli D'Amelio, then her latest controversy will surely interest you. Before we jump into it, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future updates. Nowadays, if you speak to the young generation, you can find that they appear to exist in a totally different entertainment world, one of which they are both customers and creators of content. As a matter of fact, young people were more inclined to admire TikTok stars over typical Hollywood actors as early as 2014. Come to think of it, this is probably due to the fact that the TikTokers have more opportunity to connect with fans than any other platform. Illustrating further, TikTok content is fueled by memes, dancing competition, jokes or pranks, or sound recordings that users replay and follow. To people unfamiliar with the app, TikTok can seem like a perplexing barrage of trends and pranks. This self-referential quality makes it especially suitable for teens. By 2017, 71% of adolescents reported viewing 3 or more hours of video on their smartphone every day. As the school closed and the children quarantined with their guardians, TikTok claimed even more interest from the teenagers, and with the pandemic, it continues to rise in fame. By mid-2019, however, TikTok had evolved enough to build a breakout star of its own, and that was bound to happen over the summer while children were out of school. Interestingly, one of these stars who was brought to fame because of TikTok is Charli D'Amelio, who became the first TikToker to reach 100 million fans. On TikTok, she gained popularity more than twice that of Will Smith, 3 times of The Rock, 4 times of Selena Gomez, and 5 times of Kylie Jenner and Ariana Grande. Charli officially became the most famous girl on TikTok on her 16th birthday. As of October, there were 94 million followers on the platform, about 6 million more than Rihanna has on her Instagram or Taylor Swift has on Twitter. Now that boomers are trying to hit the millennials, they're calling Charli. By autumn, the young children and teens were running up to Charli and posing for pictures. For the fans, she seemed like a kindred spirit, maybe because she started out as a dancer and teenagers could relate. She's the greatest young teenage celebrity right now, and it's not just that she's dancing on TikTok, she's apparently multi-talented. She's idolized also because of her sincerity, and as the apple tends not to fall far from the tree, other apples, in this case, Charli's sister, Dixie, didn't stray far from the spotlight of talents and merits. Now sister Dixie has received millions of fans. This paved stardom for the D'Amelio family. At first, they were a regular Connecticut family before TikTok became the viral phenomenon that it is today. Mark D'Amelio, the patriarch, worked in sportswear, and Heidi D'Amelio, the matriarch, was a model and personal trainer. Charli and Dixie D'Amelio, their 2 teenage daughters, were also coming into their own. When asked about her overwhelming popularity, Charli claims she doesn't exactly know why she, of all people, was anointed with TikTok stardom. As she recalled in May 2019, she downloaded the app at the request of her friends. From there, she reckons that she became popular for her facial expressions, as well as the dancing. With 98.5 million subscribers, Charli is still the most popular TikTok user, but she lost at least 1 million of them after launching the first episode of a new series called Dinner with the D'Amelios on her YouTube channel. Unfortunately, TikTok star Charli's fans were not pleased with her new YouTube video, and they're going to show that to Charli. As reported by BuzzFeed News, the video in question was uploaded to the D'Amelio family YouTube channel, which reportedly has nearly 1 million subscribers. As the first episode of what's meant to be a new season, the family has dinner with a mystery guy, who turns out to be James Charles, YouTube celebrity. The dispute, however, has nothing to do with James. The family sits down to eat a meal cooked by Chef Aaron May in the video. As audiences have noticed, Charli and Dixie have been aggressive to the dishes coming from the kitchen from the beginning. Throughout each course, the sisters make faces at each other after trying a snail in the standard paella. Dixie literally walks away from the table to vomit. May tells them that it's just classic paella after Dixie comes across a snail in the popular Spanish dish, and further explains that it's an omen of good luck and fortune. To this, Charli scoffs and didn't believe their family chef. Dixie takes a little bit of the snail after everyone at the table tells her to try it, then gags and runs outside to vomit in front of the cook. During the scene, Heidi softly chastises her daughter, covering her face with her hand and telling Dixie that she's being too dramatic. Charli then asked May, who has been called a chef extraordinaire by the Arizona Culinary Hall of Fame, if she can have any Dino nuggets instead. A short segment in the video also features Charli noting that she has yet to reach 100 million TikTok fans. She said that she has more time. She further can't imagine that she's going to make $1 million in a year after making $1 million. Then James questions if the 95 million is not enough for her. A short segment in the video also features Charli noting that she has yet to reach 100 million TikTok fans. Fans immediately blamed the two sisters for their bad dinner etiquette and her poor jokes about her follower count, and the video was quickly filled with critical remarks. Charli's TikTok follower count started to plunge soon after. According to BuzzFeed News, she lost around 500,000 followers. She reportedly has 98.9 million followers on Instagram. Both Charli and James have reacted to the video, with James tweeting and Charli doing an Instagram live that was caught on camera by a Twitter user. Charli, who is clearly angry and weeping in the video, claims she has received death threats as a result of the video. The star blurted out that it was all because of a misunderstanding. She claimed that what was happening was all inappropriate, and she can't imagine the kind of community she is living in and is not sure whether she will still continue her passion. Dixie replied to the uproar with a TikTok telling everyone that she is thankful for all the opportunities she has given, and she will never want to be taken as arrogant, particularly from an out-of-context 15-second video. Dixie had 43.8 million TikTok followers as of Thursday afternoon, a fraction less than she had before the scandal. James, for one, took to Twitter to express his sentiments defending Charli that people cannot expect her to know how to be a perfect role model after gaining 100 million followers in a year. And for Dixie, just because she's a picky eater and made a joke about a milestone isn't a good excuse that she's receiving death threats. For James, under any case, giving someone death threats is never acceptable, and the queen bee, Charli, wants to tell everyone that people can say whatever they want. However, at the end of the day, she's still a person no matter how many followers she has. So what do you guys think about Charli D'Amelio and how her career may be over? Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. You know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share this video. Until next time.